Good morning, this is Cindy and welcome to my channel. I have something very different for you today. Sam, Denise, and I, we are three artists who have decided to do a swap challenge. And the way this works, Sam has sent me something, I have sent some things to Denise, and Denise sends to Sam. And what we decided was that we would send 15 to 20 different pieces of stuff. And then the challenge is to do something with just those things. So this has all of whatever that Sam has sent me, and I can only use this. I can use glue or I can sew, but I cannot add anything from my stash. I can't add anything else to these. I just have to use these the way they are. So I'm going to open this up. I love this packaging, and I'm really trying to be very careful with it. I'm afraid when I send things, I'm a reduce, reuse, recycle kind of person, and I never seem to have any new bags, but I'm going to look for bags like this because those are really pretty. So a lot of times when people get stuff from me, it will be a bag that somebody else has used or has sent me something in. And believe me, I think I will probably be sending this to someone. Okay, I wanted to be really careful about not getting anything. Well, she sent it in such a pretty package. Okay, I'm going to take this off of here and read it off camera real quick. Okay, she just says that she hopes I like what she sent. Well, she sent some very cool twine around this. See, I don't think about doing things like this, about packaging things this way. I did package my things differently, but oh my, let me swap it around. Look, I've got it upside down. Look at all of this. So I've got some really cool tissue paper. I can use the tissue paper. There are 4 different washies there. Some lace, some fabric. Let me set those aside. An entire bag of buttons and beads and paper clips and little charms. Oh, that's going to be fun to use. I sent a few off to Denise, but not certainly this. A zipper. Okay. Now there's my challenge. How am I going to use the zipper? It says Royal Berry. It's a piece of, I was going to say felt, but it's not. It's more of a fabric scrap. That's really nice. We have a window here that she has made that has flowers in it. Looks like pressed flowers in a sheet of music. No, I had the music right way the first time. Botanical garden napkin, and it's only one section of it, which is good. Ooh, stickers. I can use stickers. She has kept everything in a, that's really pretty. It's large. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but that's large. That's good. A huge piece of sheet music. It says The Static. There's nothing on the inside. Improvisation for a tuba. It's a tuba part. Now, I will tell you that this kind of music looks like it comes from the sides that a musician gets when they're doing like when you're doing a musical, or if you're doing studio work and you're just going in to do the studio work, they just give you the music. This kind of looks like that same kind of, it looks handwritten, but that's the way it often comes. Ooh, this looks like a pull she might have done. This is on some strong paper. It's I forgot what the name of it is. It's a special kind of paper that you can use for jelly printing. I don't do jelly printing, not yet. I'm saying not yet because I'm getting intrigued. Okay, a doodled on piece of dictionary page. She sent me some really big pieces. This is also a piece of jelly print on cardstock. Some tag backs. Oh, I'm afraid, Denise, I may not have sent you nearly enough because she's given me a lot here to work with. And I don't know that I gave you, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So there's a bunch of stuff here for me to work with. All right, I am going to pause this video while I think about all of this, and when I come back, we'll start making something. I can also use the bag if I choose. Ha! All right, so this is part of the swap challenge, and we'll see where this goes. Because I don't know if that's going to work or not work. Sam, you sent me a definite challenge. That's for darn sure. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these other pieces that we have. We have these 4 beautiful tags that I think we could certainly do something with. And I really like this piece. Okay, let me take I'm going to take the white edge off of there. And of course, save it. And let me take the white edge off of here. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of jelly printing videos lately, and it definitely looks intriguing. And I actually go down that far because that'll make a nice piece. In fact, maybe I want that as it is. The problem with jelly printing, though, from what I'm seeing, is that it seems to be a messy process. And like I've said, this is a very small room. I don't really have the room in here to do much with it. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let me grab my glue. And I'm covering up my Fabri-Tac. Piece of something. And let's go to the glue stick. Go to the glue stick. It sounds like it's a different camera, you know. Let's go to the slow-mo, Jim. Yeah, those pretty colors go together really nicely. And I trimmed my edges and I put my hole in because I know darn well that I will I'll forget that they're there, and then I'll do stuff right up to it and then not have room to do anything. Of course, if I put that up there, then I could put it here and still leave room. The twine, by the way, was not twine. It is a really pretty embroidery. I think it's like a type of embroidery floss, and it's a very light green. It's a really nice color. She sent me a very pretty color palette to play with here. Okay, I also have this little bit of tissue paper. Let me pull a little piece of tissue paper off of here. Okay, that one will go away. Those of you who have worked with tissue paper, you already know this, but if you have not, tissue paper has a grain. You saw how easy it was for me to do the one side and how messy it is to do this side. That's because I'm going against the grain here to get that rough edge. Whereas the first pull just was easy. Okay, I'm building up a layer here. I think I like that. And this tissue paper, not all tissue paper does. A lot of it does. It has a shiny side and a matte side. And I want the shiny side down in this case. I don't always. Sometimes I want the shiny side up. But right now, I want the shiny side down. See, it just adds another layer of interest. Isn't that nice? Okay, come here, doodle dictionary. This looks like a page that she had Xeroxed and then doodled on. I'm just looking to see what the words are on here. It's out still to overdraft. These are all O's, and that's a little sticky, so I'm going to fold that up, set it aside, put the top on my glue while I'm making some decisions. Okay, let's go ahead and cut that down. And as you saw, I'm keeping all of these extra pieces because I don't know how I might choose to use them. Okay, where'd my, I can't believe I lost it. Oh, it's underneath me. Hang on. Okay, I don't know that I want to do all four the same. That's why I'm just going to do one up, and if I like it, I'll do all four, and then we'll see where it goes. Because what I think I want to do is make like a little mini journal. I've kind of got that in the back of my head, that I'm making a little mini journal out of this with a huge zipper book tag. I don't know. We'll see. This may end up being a piece that goes into something else, pieces for another journal. Yeah, I was debating about how I wanted to do this, and I think I'm going to go ahead and take just the text. I never think to doodle on my pages. I should. You would think I would do that, but I don't. It's a really cool thing, but I never think to do it. Okay, I think I want just a little piece of book page. And if I put it this way, the doodle shows down there. I know, I'm kind of dithering here a little bit. I get that. I got some dithering going on. Well, let's go ahead and dither that onto the page. Don't need my thing anymore. Yeah, I'm just using the supplies that I was given and creating from there. That's the challenge. To create using only what you got in front of you. Oh, I saw a shadow go by. It's that one of the squirrels. They've been out there playing like crazy lately. Having a grand old time. I keep coming back to this lace. I like the idea of the lace at the bottom, but I'm afraid if I put the bottom, then it's hard to put into a pocket. So I really need it up at the top. And I have all of these stickers. I like that Life is Beautiful, but it might get lost on the pink. I'm a little concerned about it getting lost in the pink. Okay. You're yelling at me to use this one. I can tell. This is the good life. Yes, it is. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this. I tend to go in from the front, but it doesn't really matter. You can go in from the front or the back. And I'm going to make my tag. Cut my string. And there. Now, I have to double check because I think I can distress the outside. I think that's allowed in the rules, but I have to double check. So I'm not going to do anything to my outsides at this point. I still want something over here. You know what? I have a whole little bag that I have not opened. Let me, hang on, just grab something to put these into. I have these little containers that I use when I'm doing a project. I have a tendency to use them for all sorts of different things. So let's see what all is in. Ooh, there's some, okay. So I have some things in here I definitely can use. There is a, come on, wax seal of a butterfly. No, sorry, not a butterfly, a bee. There we go, there we go. Okay, I didn't see that before. It's a little bit of, a clip. And another paper clip and some little mini thing here. I got a little mini butterfly. Got a little charm. Okay. That says 12 months. Oh, cool. Look at the butterfly. Okay, so we're going to set this aside for the moment. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac and put that little piece of ribbon on it because that's what it needs. Just checking to see which side, if there's a side that is the right side or the wrong side. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure what I sent Denise. I don't remember now. It's been a month almost, a couple of weeks at least. And so I just hope I sent her some good stuff to play with. There. Okay, we're going to set that one aside. And let's take a look at these bigger pages. I really want to do, okay, I think, see, this is how the whole thing fits. It's huge, obviously, and I'm thinking if I do this, this could be 4 pages of a small journal. Okay, put my top on my Fabri-Tac, get rid of that. I'm going to set you guys all aside for a minute. I'm doing this on purpose because I want the rougher edge. So I'm just pulling these 2 pieces apart. I have to fold this back and forth a couple of times. We learned this trick in what? Kindergarten? 1st grade? In order to make a good seam. And then, where's my card again? I keep setting it back there and then I want it. Now I have a page of a signature. And Okay, now I have 2 pages of a signature. All right, I like how that's going to work. This is going to be definitely a small journal. Okay. And I will do it all with my bone folder. I like how the edges are not entirely smooth. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. Actually, I think I want this page to go inside. Now, I also have this page. Okay, which is too short now because I used the other part to be the cover. Drat. Well, I can add stuff to the top, right? I have these extra pages and I can just add them to the top as part of the cover. Okay. It's coming together. Hang on, let me see how that fits in there. Okay, because this still has that little added piece on it, and I don't really need it. So we're going to take that piece off. So this is just fun. I'm going to tell you, this is just a lot of fun playing around with other tools that I would not normally have or use. Now I could cut these down. Maybe I should do that. That might actually be easier if I cut that top. Okay, you know what? This has a margin on it. Let's just take some of the margin off. Let's see if we can do that better. Yeah, that works. That's going to work. Okay, let's take some margin off of here. And if they aren't exactly the same size, I'm okay with that. I just want to try to get them level because I don't know about you, but having a music line that goes crooked would be driving me crazy. Okay. All right. They're not exactly the same. That's okay. They all fit in there. I got a little bit of extra here and here. But I think for that, I'm going to cut those. Use my, hang on, I got to move some things here in order to get to my place here. I think I'm going to just cut a little bit off the edges. There, that's a little bit better. Because I do want those, I don't want those to be rough. I don't mind the inside being rough, but I don't want the outside to be rough. Okay, this is starting to come together. I have another commitment today, so I am going to pause this video and kind of leave my mess right where it is so that I can come back to it later on today. All right, thank you for sticking with me. When I come back, we'll figure out what we're doing with this, how to use these within it, and maybe by then I will have figured out what to do with this. Okay, till later. This is Cindy saying I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, I am recording. I'm just double checking because I thought I was recording before and I was not. I had pushed the button, but maybe I didn't push it hard enough. Anyway, so let me go back and recap. What I'm doing today is part 3 of this video, and I'm hoping that I can do chapters in the video so you can kind of skip forward to where you want to be. We'll see. I don't know how to do that. We'll see if I can learn how to do that. I have rearranged the signature pages so that I have music followed by a white page, music in the center, and then I think that's going to be a little bit more interesting. And I decided I was going to take my napkins and do them as the interior section of the signature, just to kind of give it some, I like how it wraps around. No, I think I want to cut that. And anyway, I looked up to make sure I was in frame at one point, and I had been recording for about, or not recording for about 5 minutes. So I have now restarted, and I am doing what I can to show you what I'm doing with this. So this was a piece of napkin that she had sent. I have a whole pile of stuff over here that's just building up. And I'm going to use glue stick on this rather than, make sure that that's actually kind of messy. So let me pull that over. I'll just wrap it under for now because I want the big page. But I'm using glue stick rather than Mod Podge. If you have seen my videos, some of my recent videos, you know that Mod Podge and I are not really getting along right now. So I need to figure out my Mod Podge techniques some other time, and certainly not on camera. What I like about the disappearing purple of the washable school glue is that I can see where I have put my color, at least for a moment, and it helps me to get it all evenly down there, although it's clumping a little bit on me today. That's all right. All right, now again, checking to make sure I'm in frame. I am in fact recording. Sometimes these napkins have a design that's reversed on the opposite side. I kind of like it when they do that because then I can, oh shoot, that's kind of pulled up a little bit. That's all right, we'll figure it out. And that's really what washi tape is for, right? Because I missed a little bit over here and I've cut a little bit too big, which is okay. I'd rather have it a little too big than too small. So let me just trim that down. I think I know what I want to do for the cover. I will show you that in a moment. Okay, these pieces can go away. They're a little bit sticky yet, so they're sticking to my fingers. Okay, come on. I know I'm not on camera. I'm over here transferring it from one finger to the next finger to the next finger, trying to get it off my fingers. There we go. Now there's most of it. My squirrels are back. I have 2 of them that are out here playing all the time. We have a Norway spruce in our backyard that I still think would make a great Rockefeller tree. It is a victory tree. It was planted in 1945. It's over 70 feet tall and home to a squirrel family that has actually been here longer than we have. Okay, I think I want to do a little bit more glue along the edge here. This time I'm going to put it on the cardboard. And I may end up washing that because now I've folded it under. Okay. I'm not going to worry too much about it until I actually do the outside cover and figure out what I want to do. I will show you what my little idea is so far. She sent this beautiful pressed flowers that are sewn inside a piece of music. And since I have all the music in here, I think that's going to make a really pretty journal cover. I'm debating if I want to put a little bit of purple behind it or not yet. I haven't, so that's why I'm not making the journal. I'm not really doing the cover at this point. The other option I thought of, and I don't know if that would work. I have this really pretty piece of fabric. And I was thinking it almost looks like music notes. So I could do that, and then I have these button type things. Oh, that's a bead. But the buttons could be musical notes. I don't know. I haven't decided that part yet. That's the cover, and that'll wait a little bit. That might be a different video entirely. Let's work on the inside. Okay, so we have this. I do want to take some of that washi and go up the middle of it. There's these little bears. If I can figure out where it starts. Okay. I think it starts right here. There it is. Yep. I have these bears, and that will give me, okay. I'm gonna just kind of go ahead and rip it here and try to untangle that and hope I didn't just mess it all up. There we go. Okay, I'm probably off camera for this part, but that's okay. All I'm going to do is add glue to the back to make sure that it stays put. Come on. Of course, now it's sticking to everything, telling me I don't really want glue. I know, I'm anthropomorphizing my washi tape. Okay. Oh, look at that. I did it exactly the right width and everything. Okay, got a little bit extra over here that I will snip off later. Okay, there. This is coming. It's looking like a journal. Okay. All right, now I need to figure out how to do pockets. I have this really beautiful piece, which could be, I mean, like that would work as a nice belly band. But I don't know if I want to, and I want to make sure, because to me, journaling, a journal is for journaling. So I can use ink. I can do additional ink if I wish. So I think I'm going to cut that right here. I'm going to use my trimmer to do that. Okay, I want to cut it right there. I know cutting this is really hard, but if I put that right like that, or do I want it more like this? Oh, I kind of like that. Now, do I want it as a belly band or do I want it as a tuck? Let's start it as a tuck, and if I change my mind, I have that option. It's actually quite cold in my room again today. The temperature outside is only in the mid-20s, and it's not going to go up until like Christmas Day. Christmas Day, it's supposed to be in the 50s. So definitely a green Christmas for us this year. It is still clogged up. Sorry. Most boring thing in the world to watch somebody pull all the glue off their glue bottle. All right. Set that there. I'm still trying to get rid of that glue off my finger. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cover up that 4. And I'll leave the 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8. There. And now I can tuck something up in it. Okay, I'm going to let that sit. And I'll decide if I want to tack that down or not later, but I think I don't. All right. I can do inking. I'm not going to do any inking at the moment on those pages. I am in the process of figuring out how to put in pockets. Okay, let me cover that up. My problem is I have all of this stuff kind of spread out everywhere. I have 2 large pieces here. I still have this piece of, I'm just looking to see what the words are on there. There's nothing that says song or anything. Okay, these are all O's. I have this little tiny piece that could add some color somewhere. I don't want to lose the little tiny pieces. And then I still have this is the bag that she sent things in. Okay, let me see if I can, you know, that might make a really nice belly band. If I can trim it up and make it look pretty. This is just the label for it. Or not the label, the flap. Use your words. It says thank you on that side. I want the wider side. So I'll set that aside. Obviously it's too big. Okay, cut it right about here. And that'll make a nice belly band. Now, do I want to, now I can add things to it. I have phrases and things that I can add to it, which I will. Let me go ahead. I don't know that glue stick will work on this, so I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. Now that I've got it open and more or less working. Get away from there. It's one problem with the Fabri-Tac is you get strings, which are easily managed, just annoying. Okay. Put that there and there. And did I just do it? I don't think it's upside down. I don't think it matters. Okay, and now I'll be able to put something through it. Well, let's decorate that up a little bit. Let's put something on there to make it look a little bit something special. Okay, move those over there. That's an extra piece now, so we'll put that with our pieces. It's my stamps. I also have this piece of fabric, Royal Berry, which I have not yet figured out if I want to do anything in particular with. It says Judy Green Music. That might actually be a nice trim at some point. Okay, what do I have that I can use besides the stamps? Oh, I have some of this. Let me pull out a piece of the tissue paper. Because I could put that up there and then put a stamp on it. Or do I just want to put a stamp straight on it? My concern with the tissue paper, well, let's give it a shot. It may or, it's not in my hand. It may or may not stick, but we'll find out. And if I'm not on camera, I'm, again, just adding glue stick to the back. Nothing that's really important to watch. Okay, and I'm just going to fold that around underneath. There. Well, that seems to be sticking just fine. All right. I do like this dragonfly moth. Okay. And then I can take a card. Now, fitting my card in there might be tough. No, it's going to fit. Okay. That's perfect. So now what I want to do is maybe with a little bit more of this, if I take the bottom part, I can do a pocket over here. Okay. Let me do it this way so I can kind of see what I'm doing here. But I don't want that part because it's a little, it's been through the ringer a little bit. Well, actually, that'll be fine because I'll just do that side of it, but I want this side of it, definitely. Okay. Sorry. Flipping around, making choices. I can level that up in a minute. Okay. So my thought is I can put this here and then we'll cement that part down and then we can put a pocket in. Let's curve up the edge a little bit. Actually, let's straighten it up. I am not great at doing straight lines. I'm not particularly good at curving them either, but let's see what we can do here. I do have a corner rounder. I don't know that corner rounding is going to actually work on this. Okay. Now let's level up this side because you really are very off over here. Okay. No. Yep, definitely this way. Okay. We are getting there, and my glue has just oozed itself everywhere. So let's, if you have tips for how to keep the Fabri-Tac glue from oozing out the top and making bubbles, I would love to know it because I make such a mess with it. Okay, I'm lining it up on the staff. And I want to put something over this because it is, again, kind of, I'm not going to say it's been through the ringer because that's not really the right way of saying that. But it has been through the post office. So it's been through machines. Let me pull a little bit of that off. It's a little too much. There we go. So Denise did text yesterday and say she's already done her videos, her videos, plural. I don't know how many she did or how she did it, but she's done. And I'm like, yeah, I'm getting there. I'm working on it. I like that big spray, but I think I want to save that for something else. I've got the little butterfly here. No rain, no flowers. I like that sentiment. But I think I'm kind of leaning, I'm looking at this and trying to decide which one I like best to go with it. I think I like this one. There. And now when I put something inside of it, that's what it's going to end up looking like. I'm not putting anything, I'm not stuffing anything at this point because we know how that goes. If we put stuff in it, well, I have sewn things into my pages before, so I want to make sure I'm very careful about that. Okay, I think I can go ahead and cut that top washi that's just kind of hanging out there at the top. There. Okay, so we have a flap. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these cards, but I still do have other stuff here that I can use. So I think I'm going to go to the back page at this point. I have this piece, which you can almost see through, but not quite. I really like that. It's really pretty. I don't know how I want to use it. Do I want to try to use it as a pocket? I don't think I want it actually there. I think I want it in here. I could just do that as a straight pocket. I think it's strong enough. It's pretty strong. Okay, let's take about, I'm going to try and level this up a little bit because I have not, that's a straight edge there. Move that out of the way. And I'm going to come a little less than 3 inches. Do I want to go 3 full inches? Let's go 3 full inches. And then I want to level it up a little bit. It's a little bit long, so I need to take a little off the edge. So let's go ahead and level that up and then see where we are. Come on. Take that little strip off. Okay, I'm still too long. Okay, what do I want to keep? Which part do I want to keep? I think I want to keep, open that up a little bit. Okay, back to my making sure I'm square. The biggest reason I think I need to make sure it's square, where I don't always worry so much about that, is that I have all of these lines on the staff paper. And there we go. Now, is that too tall? No, I think that's good. Okay, so how can we decorate this up? Before we put it in, let's decorate it up with something. I have, come on, let go. There we go. I have some so I can put some of that down there. What else do I have? I have these button bead things. Oh, that's a button. So it really should be sewn on. I could just glue it, I suppose. Oh, isn't that adorable? That's a tiny, tiny little Brad. Oh, I like that. So if I stuck a little brad in there, I could hang something off of it, couldn't I? I also have a paper clip for other things. Ah, just decisions, 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 decisions. I have a little bit of this, but I don't like how that looks together. Not quite as... Okay, where do I... Okay, so I think I like this, but I want to hang something off of there. And I'm trying to decide from the materials I have what I can hang off of there. I have this pretty piece. Okay. This is the note that Sam sent me. I'm going to hang on to my note up there. And I think I want to just take a little bit of this. Let's try to level it up. That's too much. I just want a little bit. Maybe a little bit just to... And then if I poke, I think I want to poke it this way. I don't know if I can poke that through or not. That may end up being my... Oh no, it pokes through just fine. Look at that. And then if I poke this through here, come on. Come on. There it goes. And then pull open the brad. I have a little piece that moves. Neat. Neato-kino. Okay. All my scissors are out. So this is a fun challenge. I'm going to tell you, it is definitely a challenge because I keep thinking, oh, I've got that in my stash. I could use that. And oh, look, I could use that. No, I can't. That's the point, is to not use the stuff in your stash. And I think I'm going to just glue that on there rather than sew it. I've never tried this as a wooden button. I've never really tried working with wood before. So we're going to see how it goes. Okay, I'm going to let that sit and dry. While it sits and dries, we'll move on to the next thing. Then I'll attach it once it's dry. Yeah, I look around my craft room and I go, oh, I could do that. I could do that. I could do this other thing. I like the 4, 5, 6 down there again, so I'm going to leave that here. Let's level up. Level up. I think you're dry enough. Okay, I do think I'm going to use my punch though, and I am going to put a notch in the top. Oh, maybe not. Okay. I forget that my punches don't necessarily like this kind of paper. There we go. But we get it. We managed to make it work. Okay. Again, because this is waxy paper and because I want a thin line, I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac. Denise was saying how hard it is to actually talk and craft at the same time. I'm like, yeah, I know. I get you there. Sometimes you get so concentrating on what you're doing, you forget that maybe you should be talking too. Okay, so let's see what we have so far. We have a cover that I'm going to do something with this. I have a flappy here. I have to do something with these. I have a belly band and a flappy here. I'm ignoring those yet. I'm still ignoring the middle. I'm ignoring those yet. And I have a nice little place here. Okay, so I have 4 cards and I have 4 places to put them. So unless I make something else, I don't have any place else for anything. I do have this, which, you know, might be my fail. When you open it up, not as much of it shows as I wanted it to. I was thinking, you know, I'm used to working with zippers with fabric. In the old days, I used to make costumes. And so, you know, you unzip and the whole thing opens up. And I was thinking that was going to happen here too. It does not. So unless I did this like on an accordion thing, and the problem is it does not separate down here. If it's separated down there, then it would be good because I could put it on 2 different pieces of paper and then zip the papers together. That would be neat. But it is sealed at the bottom, and I don't know that I want to go do much with that. So at the moment, this is my fail. Okay, I'm going to pause the video for a minute. I need to get a couple pieces of, I need to get my inks out, and let's deal with those blank pages. Okay, I am back. I have tried to reorient my camera a little bit, and I've got my inks, but I think I've decided what I want to do with my cover. I have this beautiful piece of fabric, and I was thinking, you know, that would look really nice behind there. So the first thing I'm going to do is attach this to the cover. So let me get that done. Come on. There we go. And I know it says Royal Berry on there. I should probably take that off. I'll set it off to the side. I may or may not use it. See, my Fabri-Tac is already dripping. This is why I don't store it upside down, because then it drips out and it fills the cap and I end up with a mess. Yeah, I really like Fabri-Tac. I know people use art glitter glue and swear by it, but I can't seem to buy it locally. I'm going to have to buy it online, and it's very expensive, and I just haven't. I mean, Fabri-Tac's not cheap, but at least I can get it locally. I'm going to use that whole piece as it is. It's so soft. And then I'm going to end up covering up some of it, because I'm going to put this over the top, but just to be able to feel how soft it is here and here. Okay, I'm going to use this around the outside. I thought about, you know, getting a new sewing machine or doing something with, or just getting a little one that I could just have over here in the corner. Problem is I don't have a lot of room. And second of all, you know, the thought about dealing with bobbins and thread monsters and all of that, just, I can't do it. So I think I'm just going to stick with glue, messy as it makes me, or that I get it. Okay, and then I have lace. Grabbing my fabric scissors for this part. I think a little lace at the bottom and at the top. Let me cut another piece the same size. Okay, I'm not even anywhere near on camera. Okay. That's close. Fabric scissors immediately go away. They do not get kept anywhere near my other scissors. Okay, so I think I'm going to pull that kind of stretchy out to here. In order to do that, I'm going to do it right on here. Come on, got a string. And I got glue. Oh, see, there it's going again on me. Okay, I'll put a line of Fabri-Tac all the way along my edge. And then stretch it and put it down here. I'm going to have to hold that, I think, for a minute because I stretched it. I want it to catch. That's where art glitter glue, I think, is advantageous over Fabri-Tac in that it bonds immediately. I know some people see that as a problem, but in a case like this where you don't want to have to sit here and hold it forever, that's a plus. Okay, I will fix that in a second. Let's get this one attached. Okay. One small bead of glue. And stretch. No, come on, stretch further over. There we go. Isn't this looking nice? Say yes. Okay, you think that's long enough? Yeah, I kind of like that. Probably should come up a little bit higher. I don't know if it's too late to move it. No, it's not too late. I see, okay, maybe it is an advantage of that. There. It's so soft. All right, so I have here, I have here. Now I have, I'm going to move this completely off the table, get it out of my way, because I have my inks. What I don't have are stamps. I was going to look for a music stamp, and I don't seem to have one. I like that edge. I like how that kind of did a little weirdo thingy over there. It's okay. All right, I'm going to pause for a second while I think this through. Okay, I'm back and I am rethinking these pages. I looked for my musical note. I thought I had a couple musical note pieces. I can't find them anywhere, so I don't know. We'll just go with something different entirely. So I'm going to use some of this washi. Oh, there's a card underneath here. I didn't even realize that. Underneath this whole thing of washi, there is a card. Come on, stop peeling up on me. Okay, I guess that's where I want to cut it. I wasn't going to cut it there, but I am now. Okay. And what I'm going to do is use this as a border trim, and then use the stickers for inspirational sentiments kind of things, ideas of things to write on the page. That's the theory anyway. Oh my glory, this stuff curls. So let me go ahead and just put that. Oh, it looks like it's stopped at exactly the right spot again. That seems to be working out okay. It is not entirely behaving itself. but it's close. Okay, and then using a sentiment, I think I'm going to stick with the same yellow on the other side. If I can figure out where it stopped. There it is. It's right at the edge. Right at the edge. I know some people take their washi off of the rolls and they store it differently. I have never really liked doing that, mostly because it's too much work, and second of all because I can store the rolls just as easily as I can store anything else. So I did see one woman who had taken them all onto little cards and then had them in like a file thing where they were all standing up on edge and you could see the edges, and I thought, well, that's not so bad. But mostly I just leave them on the rolls. Although when I want to send some to somebody, this playing card idea is a nice idea. Sam, I'm probably going to snitch that idea. There. Okay, kind of good. You may have noticed I have not done anything with actually attaching my signature. And that's because well, first of all, I'm still going around. I have two different ideas. There. I don't know yet whether I want to sew it or staple it. Have not yet made that decision. There it is. Okay, that's just a little tiny piece, but that's okay. You know what? We'll put our little tiny piece right here in the middle. We don't want to necessarily do the same thing on every page. Have some variety to what you're doing. Okay, this has another piece that is stuck to it. Actually, I'm going to pull all to there. I'll take that off. I don't know if you can see it. I just want to get that piece up. I'm not going to throw it away. I'm just going to set it over to the side for the moment, because that will be a nice little addition in a moment. But right now my fingers are stuck with pink gingham. So let's go ahead and put you over here. Some of the card came up on that one. Unfortunately, when you don't sew it ahead of time, it means you spend a lot of time reorganizing. Okay, so I have this little piece. Let's just put that up there. There, I like that. And then, okay, I think I'm just going to put some forget-me-nots down here. And this little yellow flower here. Come on. Hang on, I want to get my tweezers out. Might make it easier to actually place that. And then I have this cool pink one. I'll take that one. There. And then I have a little bee coming to see the flowers. There. I like how those come out. Okay, so we are close to half done. I still haven't figured out what I want to do with the middle. We'll figure that out. We'll get there. Okay, so back to the washi. I have these crowns. Every woman needs a crown. I'm all bollocksed up here. Oh. I probably don't need to add the extra glue to these. They're pretty sticky. But I tend to add it just to be on the safe side. Okay, and I'm going to actually rip that a little bit there because that's a little bit too long. Set that over on the edge of my table. Yeah, if those of you who have been watching my channel for a long time, you know that I like to leave spaces for people to write. That's a big thing for me. Or draw or sketch, you know, however you intend to use this. For those of you whom I have not yet met, welcome to my channel. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button and like the video if you're enjoying this. Like I said, I'm going to see if I can't do chapters so that you can skip through fairly easily and skip over the parts that you're not interested in. Excuse me. I think that says Queen on there. It does. It does say Queen. I have my glasses on. I have to look hard. So, I kind of like this idea of putting these over the washi. That's working out really nicely. And pardon me, I had one of those lingering colds that is now mostly gone, but just left me with a little bit of a cough. Okay, put you back together again. And that's how that looks. Was that the last white one? Nope, I have one more set of white. Okay, and it's going to have to be a little bit of everything because I used up too much of the bear. Well, let's go ahead and use the last of the bear here. Okay. Guess we're only going to get that much of the bear. At least in one pull. Okay. It doesn't have too much on there, but I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, bear, you're going to go down here. We've done a lot at the top. We need to do something at the bottom. Okay, so you go down there. And I do like this pink. I've got quite a bit of the pink left. Yeah, I'm going to use the pink because I have an idea for the yellow and the crowns. Okay, I'm going to try this without gluing it and just sticking it down. Oh, see, and I tore it. Let's see if I can manage to put that together a little bit better. That's there. Now you can't even see that I tore it. And I love this spray. I've been kind of saving this because I really like this spray. So let's put it right along up there. I really like these colors. And then over on this side, there. So there's still lots of places to write. Don't know that I like the bears down there now, but they're going to stay there for now. Okay, so this is what we have so far. We have a teal here that we have not really brought through the journal very well, so I got to think about that. That is kind of, let's see if I can get some of those wrinkles out. The yellow wrinkled was wrinkled on here, and it wrinkled when I did it, so it is what it is. Okay, I got a couple pockets, places to write. I need to do something with that center, so maybe that's where I bring the teal in, because there is some teal in these, so we're not completely out of the woods yet there. I like this, I like that, I like this, and I have to do something here. So we're doing all right. We are getting there. We are almost done. This is making everything from scratch, so it is taking a while. Let's figure out what to do back here, because it is, you know, I wonder if I can do, actually I want to do this one in the middle somehow. I mean, it could be like a double pocket. It could just be, I have a paper clip there too that I can use to add things in. Okay. Where's that paper clip? Oh, and I have that fabric. I didn't do anything with this fabric. We could do, I could cut that a little bit and put like a fabric waterfall in here. Okay. Although I like the lines going the same way as that goes. Maybe I'll put that back here, because those colors go better here, don't they? So we could do a fabric waterfall here. Okay, let's cut that. Okay, I'm going to cut right along this edge. Actually, that edge is pretty straight, isn't it? So maybe we'll leave that edge the way it is. And we'll cut along this side. There we go. You know, I watch people like Gail Augustinelli, and she is so fearless when it comes to just cutting things off and doing this with it, doing that with it. I'm like, I get so nervous. That's left some fibers on my scissors. Okay, we could do just this little waterfall here. I think I'm going to have to pause, though, and go iron this, because otherwise it's going to keep flipping. Or do I want it this way? Oh, I think I want it that way anyway. Oh, look, there's little sequins in there. I didn't even see the sequins because I've been looking at it upside down all this time. But I still think I want to iron that a little bit. Or do you think if I just do that and then leave it, it'll iron itself out? I'm a little nervous about putting heat on that. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put water on it. I'm going to go wet this down and let that dry flat. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I have tried to wet that down and then dry it, and I think it's just going to be the way it is. But I thought what I'd like to do is put a piece of this over the top of it. She has splatter painted on this, and it really is, I like it. So I'm going to put that down first. You may notice a change in my lighting. That's mostly because the sun has come out here, and it is really welcome, and I don't mind it. It's not going to warm anything up, but it is a really pretty day outside. But the light is now shining in through my southern window. I ripped it a little bit. And darn it. Hang on, I am attached. Yeah, glue is not my friend today. But there's a light coming in now, and it's streaking across my desk and just playing havoc with my camera. So I'm bringing this down here where I can see it a little bit better. I hope it's still in frame. I'm going to put that down here. What I like about using tissue paper is that everything shines through it. Sort of. Okay, now this was the spot where it ripped, and so I didn't get any glue. So I'll put that there. I'm going to put a little bit of glue there. Glue that down. And then I'm going to put this over the top and make a little waterfall. Okay. So this is a really long video. It's much longer than I generally do. And mostly because I just wanted to share what I'm doing with this swap challenge. I'm going to go right to there, which I think is right at the top of the page. Yep, it's right at my top. Okay, we're going to let that sit for a minute. And I'm going to take a piece and just clean up my glue top, because boy, have I made a mess. And then we'll cover that over and try to get it to not stick to me. Okay, we'll throw that one away. So the only thing we have left now is the center, and then deciding whether I'm going to stamp it, or sorry, sew it, which I think at this point I'm leaning towards sewing it because I have all of these wonderful beads. And if I can figure out how to deal with the beads, we'll go there. Okay, so I also have this paper clip. And I don't want to not use the paper clip because I really like it, especially against that. So I'm not going to hide the paper clip because I like the color. The color fits beautifully. So let's put that there, and then let's take, I have a piece, I actually have a big piece. I want a bigger piece. So, okay. We're going to do this. And you know what we're going to make? Let's do it this way. We are going to make a booklet out of this. Now let me think how to fold it. How do I want to do this? I want to do it in I think I do want to do it in thirds, but I want to do it this way so that these pieces are out. And I am going to take that extra edge off. Okay, let's fold this in thirds, roughly. I like the doodle that comes out on top. I could put that doodle on top too. I don't know, I kind of like that doodle on top. Okay, so we're going to put that doodle on top. I have this strip of purple that I just pulled off of the other piece because it was too long. So let's add that in. Gives it just a flare of color there. I also have a little bit of napkin that we can just take a little bit of and put down. Actually, you know what? I have a piece of this that I like better. Let's put that over here. Do I want it along the top? Do I want it on the inside? There we go. I want it on the inside. Now, I'm not sure that this will work. We're going to find this out because this is that shiny side. So we're going to see if the shiny side works with the glue stick. If it doesn't, that's when we pull out the fabric tack. Well, it seems to be sticking. Okay, I like that piece. Yeah, I'm looking through my scraps here and seeing what I have and what might work. Okay. Can I do this way? Or is this gonna be against the grain, so it's gonna be slow going. But it's going. I'm just trying to get it so it doesn't have such a hard edge. Okay, those are a goner. You know, I'm doing this, I'm not sure I'm even going to like it, but you know what? I also have the back piece. Maybe I'll just stick it on the back. I mean, I don't think the challenge of here is to use things from what we are sent. I don't think it's to use up everything that we are sent. At least I hope not. Although I'm doing a pretty good job. I'm starting to run out of stuff. I am starting to run out of things to put in here. What I have left, I have a scrap here. I have mostly these pieces that I have taken off of edges. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to set that aside there. And it's got some writing on it I could use. I have this that says garden on it. I'm going to set that aside because that's a definite possibility. All of these. So this so far is all the scrap of things that I have done or used or not used. I have that piece of paper I can still use. These are all thin scraps that I may or may not end up using. So I'm just pulling them all together so I can see what I have. I have that little thin piece that I took off of there. There's a little piece from that one. Another little thin piece from that one. I like that. I like that. Okay, so these are all pretty much plain white, and I'm going to set them aside. They're probably not going to get used. I also have this thank you, which I don't know that I want to use it for this. I'm going to just set it over here. And then I have string, and I still have a piece of that. I have a little bag that I can use, and I have all of these beads. I also have the bag and more of the bag. So we are coming down to the end of it. There isn't very much left. Okay, I'm going to grab that word that says garden. And I think I'd like to use that on here. There's a little tiny piece of the napkin. Okay. So this is part of it. This is part of it. I still have to put something here And I want to do something more in here. Where'd my stickers go? They're there. So I have these. Thinking. I still have that piece there too. Nope, doesn't want, I don't want to use that yet. Oh, I have this little tiny piece of fabric, which could go. It really kind of fits here, doesn't it? The colors are more this side than the other side. I think I'm going to save that for a tag top. You know, that'll be a nice little topper. So we're going to save that. All right, back to what we're doing here. Back to what we're doing. I need something here. Let's go with, let's do it. And then I have this little rosebud down here. That I think fits very nicely there. Okay. So there we go. That goes in there. All right. We are down to just our tags. And I want to bring in some more of that teal color a little bit. And I have a brand new Distress Oxide. This is Peacock Feathers that I haven't used yet. I haven't even opened it yet. So let's open it up and see what color it is and see whether we want to use it or not. So it's a very bright color. I use one of my little doodads here and grab one of those pieces of scrap paper. And let's see what color it comes out to be. Now, I know I'm not using a real good technique on this. I'm just trying to get color down here so that I can see how it fits into the journal and whether it fits the color. As if it were made for it, Annie. As if it were made for it. My cat is over here. In fact, I think what I want to do is take this and do the edges with that pretty color. Okay, I'm going to take that right off of there, and I'm going to ink those edges in that pretty color. Annie, what are you doing over there? She's over there rubbing her nose on everything. Annie is a tiger cat. She is, I think we figured out she was 8 or 9 years old. She came to the house with my son. When he moved back home, she moved in with him. And so did Teddy, but we don't see Teddy very often. Teddy's the original definition of a scaredy cat. Oh my glory, you never see Teddy. He will always spend his days in my son's bedroom, usually on my son's lap. Yes, Annie, I see you. She's banging up against me. She wants somebody to play with right now, and I'm not playing with her, so she's kind of being insistent here, like, come play with me, come play with me. Okay. Now, I'm thinking I want to put a little bit of this color down here on the, not a lot, just a little bit to cover up some of the brown or tone it down a little bit. And I don't care if it's a little splotchy. That's kind of the artisticness of it, right? Okay, there's also a little bit of pink in that. And there's obviously pink in the front. So this is Distress Oxide Peacock Feathers, and I like how that ended up looking there. Oh, 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 oh. Losing my signature here. Okay. I'm kind of hoping that as that sits flat, that'll love. I tried putting some water on it. It did not really work very well. Okay, do I want to do anything on the back? I think, you know, it's starting to bulk up. Okay, before I make a decision about that, do I want to do that? I know, you're sitting there screaming at me. Yes, yes, do that, do that. Before I do that, I want to finish off these guys because these need doing. Okay, so I think I'm going to put you over here as a tag to pull that out. Okay, hang on. I need my Fabri-Tac. And I'm just going to put a little bit along here. And attach the wide part. I probably shouldn't have bothered cutting the hole, but then it still would have been white, so. And then I'm going to put this like that. So I want a little bit of Fabri-Tac here. Come on. A little bit there, a little bit here. Because the holes were white, so they would have shown through anyway. Okay. So that makes a nice journaling card. I'm not sure if I want to put too much more over the front of it. I'm looking at what I have available left. There isn't much. I don't want to do that. What the heck? Oh, it's just me. It's all the stuff on my fingers. And I still have a piece of this left. The problem with using this, oh, and I have these. Okay. So I think I'm going to put trying to figure out what's on that card. Sorry, I didn't mean to go quiet on you. I'm just thinking that might be a nice topper. I don't know. Okay. Let's kind of keep these in a theme. Just take a little bit of that. That one might be done. I might throw a little bee on there. Going to see the flowers and call that done. Because I like leaving room to write. Okay. We'll set that one aside. And if we do this one with a similar, I also have this piece. Okay, let me grab that. blue. Which, I don't know if it's showing up on camera, that I've got a little bit of blue showing here. And we'll just put a little bit of blue on there. Okay. So by the time you watch this, the new year will have come and gone. And I will be on vacation when you are watching this with my husband. We will have gone elsewhere. I'm looking forward very much to seeing what Denise and Sam come up with for their part. I like that idea. I don't like that piece. I need a bigger piece, slightly bigger piece. Not a huge bigger piece, just a slightly bigger piece. See, if I could use my own things, I'd probably find a stamp that I could put on here. Or a label. I know I could probably make my own labels out of this. Okay, we don't want that part. No, we don't want that part. Please stay over there. I have to go wash my hands because this is driving me crazy. I have too much glue on my fingers at this point. I want that to go right up along the edge. Okay, I'm going to pause once more and go wash my fingers. Okay, I am back. Hopefully my fingers are a little bit less messy. This was a sticker that she used to close the whole package together, and I salvaged it because I really liked it. It's got a lot of sticky on it, but I'm going to add a little sticky to it. You know, because I just cleaned off my fingers, so naturally I need to add some sticky to it. And let me double check on here because I still haven't decided if I'm going to do which way I'm going to do this, but 1, 2, 3, yeah, I've got room. So let me go ahead and do this. Just closing over the door to my studio, my whatever this place, craft space, room, little room. We call it a bunch of different things. Okay. There. So it's 3 of 4 done. Okay. I think I want to use Judy Green as my topper here. I'm going to fold you in half and put you right over the top. Just like that. Okay. So we're just going to cover up the whole thing in here. This was a piece that I had cut off initially. Okay. And now I'm going to add it back in. And put some pretty, actually, you know what? I have this butterfly. I haven't used the butterfly yet, and I really like it. It's very pretty. So let's have the butterfly up here. And some of these little sparkles. coming off of her dandelion. Okay, I'm going to leave that. Let's put you guys in, figure out where we're going to put you. Well, now we've got 1, 2, 3. I can still do something there. 4. And my... Okay, so I have 4 spaces to put you in. But I still want to do... You know what I could do? To bring that teal color through. Okay, this is the leap of faith, right? This is the leap of faith. What is it that, what's his name? Bob Ross says? The stroke of courage, the leap of faith, whatever. We want that teal to come all the way through, because right now it's on the cover and not anywhere else. So I want it to show up elsewhere. So just very lightly going around the edges. Let's see, there we go. Okay. So you go there. All right, I'm going to just pause my video and I'm going to ink these edges. You don't need to watch me do that. Okay, I am back, and I have inked my edges and I have sewn my signature in. I don't do that on camera because I know me. I know me. So let's go ahead and quickly stuff these in. Actually, I think I want to put this one in here with a little bit of tag hanging out. We have this. We have here, and I'm going to put in, not that one, because that one, actually that needs a little bit of work, doesn't it? That's quick. I say that, and then my Fabri-Tac doesn't want to move. There it is. Just need a little bit. Okay. So maybe we'll stick that one in here, because that way I won't have to worry so much about it. We'll put you over here. We have this piece goes here. Don't want to lose that needle. This piece goes in here. Then we have this. So the whole thing is together. All it needs is stuff along the side. And I will be going through these. I have never done beads before. Oh, look, I have another paper clip. Oh, perfect. That works out perfect, because I have this extra piece and I was trying to figure out what to do with it. And that's going to be absolutely perfect to put on the opposite side of the center. Ha! Thank you, Sam. See, now we have some pieces here together. And then my beads, this is the center of my piece. I've used up every bit of that embroidery floss. All right, I'm going to add my beads and I will be back in a moment. So I am back with the remnants. The journal is finished. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. And all I have left over are some little pieces here, a few stickers, some really pretty lavender tissue paper. I have what's left of the bag after I have taken pieces out of it. And I have a whole pile here of just pieces I took off of edges that may or may not get kept. And then I still have some doodads. I found a couple more brads in there when I was looking for other things. There's still a couple of beads. So I may end up doing something with these, but I'm going to show you what I ended up with. So I sewed my signature, and then I put beads on the outside. And I did not show me doing this because I don't do jewelry. I'm not very good at it. And the only reason I didn't use some of those beads was my needle was too big, and I couldn't get them to go through the needle. And so I thought, well, that's all right. These look nice. And I like the colors. They fit here nicely. When you open this up, you have a tag here. In here you have, you know what, I'm going to add, I've got just this little bit. I know I shouldn't be adding, I should be showing what I have here, but I have just this little bit of, I like those crowns. So I'm going to take those crowns and add them in very quickly. And we will just put those little crowns down here. There. Just add a little something in that page. Then we have our two tags here and here. Do I want to add? I have just this little bit of pink. I can just add a little bit of pink. A very little bit of pink. Very little bit of pink. We'll just add that down there. And then, oops, that's falling out. We have a page here. Oh, I'll fix that in a minute. I'm not going to stop and fix it here. I have my centerpiece that has my dangles from my knot. And this is just a fold out, and this is just a folded piece. It says lovely. I have a little piece here. Life is beautiful. And a page flip, or a fabric flip. And then the end. And I have not done anything on the back, mostly because I've run out of materials. I don't want to put anything else on there at this point. All right, so this was my challenge. This was my failure part of my challenge. It did not work anywhere near the way I wanted it to. Apparently zippers, and now I can't even get it closed. So yeah, that's my fail, and this is my success. So thank you for coming along with me on this journey. This was we call it our swap challenge. And it was definitely a challenge, trying to figure out what to do with things that you can only use these of. You can't use anything else. So it was really cool. I made a little mini journal. It has pages. It's a total of 10 pieces altogether. Anyway, thanks to Sam and to Denise for doing this. These things came from Sam. I sent to Denise. Make sure you check out their videos. I will link them down below. And you can see what they did with their challenge. All right. I hope you are having a wonderful start to your new year. And till later, this is Cindy signing off.